there was a whistleblower, Frances Hogan, who decided to document a lot of the things that we know about Facebook, which is they're about their money. If you've been following my streams for a long time, you know that I've been telling you forever that the platforms are kind of always at a point, and it's inherent to their business model. The platforms tend to end up betraying you all the time. And I really tend to prefer YouTube as a platform, even if it's not perfect. It's frustrating sometimes, but I really prefer YouTube as a community for creators to Twitch or to Instagram or any of the Facebook platforms. Why? Because YouTube, the things are kind of clear. If you send a super chat right now, if you do a super chat of $10 right now, YouTube takes 30% of the money, and at the end of the month sends me so 7. If you send 10, they will take 3, they will give me 7. With the 3, they pay the infrastructure, they pay the fact that we can do an amazing show, and it costs me only my electricity to do it and my internet bill, and for you guys it's the same thing. To watch, you don't have to pay, etc., etc. And I think it's very fair. So if you make 1,000 every month from your YouTube channel, YouTube makes 300 every month, and it's fine. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, so the Facebook company that is now called Meta, they believe that since you are getting a service for free and they are letting you connect with people for free, they have no reason to pay you. They are actually trying to become a content company. So in the beginning, I would say that Facebook was not a content company. Facebook was, I would say, Facebook was to connect people, really. Like, it was more a social network for etc. But more and more, they are also a content company, and they want us. For a long time, they've been trying to tell us to come to IGTV, to post stuff post our videos and do lives on Facebook instead of doing them on Twitch or on Mixer, or on Mixer is dead, but or on YouTube, etc., etc. But the rules are, it's a site that is never easy to talk to people. You know, when I have a problem with something on YouTube, anything, one video, something, content demonetized, whatever, questions that I ask, there's a chat that you can use as a creator on YouTube. You go to the chat and you speak to somebody that can help you in whatever is happening, or maybe if they cannot help you, they will email your stuff and forward your case to somebody higher up who can give you the answers. And every time I had to have conversations with YouTube, everything went amazing. Every time I tried to have a conversation with Facebook, I never was able. Listen, every time there's something with Facebook, nobody answers to you. That's how it is. And that's the problem with this company. It's a black hole. So it is proven that social media companies, they have a choice. Making money or engagement. Having a lot of people stay as long as they can on the website and making money, or keeping people safe. And the more content that is harmful to people, that creates hate, that creates confrontation, because you say, let's say you just go and you say something horrible and racist on Facebook or Instagram, and instead of people ignoring you, you will trigger their dopamine and they will go and reply to you, and people will come reply to you, and everybody that agrees with you will gonna reply to you, and Facebook will show this conversation more than this one. Why? Because engagement equals more people on the website. If you are 1,000 people arguing about the stupid shit you said, I'm trying to not curse, about the things you said, it makes more engagement. More engagement if you have, like, I don't know, 1,000 people coming 10 times on the street, on 100 times on the post to reply to each other, to insult each other, etc. That's 100,000 people watching ads, and that's money. But these create harm, and it's at the detriment of the security and the well-being of people. Is it Facebook's fault? No, humans are flawed. Humans are people that love to look. Europe put the whole world in war 2 times. That's how people are. They are belligerent as a species. That's how we are, humans. We tend to not be happy if, when we don't agree with somebody's opinion, we need to come and tell them and enrage, instead of just looking like stupid and continue your way. Me, something that I learned to do for my sanity. When I see something that is not worth having the conversation, I continue my way. Sometimes I want to reply something and I'm like, no, I'm down. I don't want to have the replies of the replies and I'm like, I'm choosing this. And a lot of studies that Facebook did, they realized that the more they make money from the content that engages, the more they harm the people. And even if they know it, they keep showing you content to make you react, because they want people to stay on the site at all costs. And what they should have done, and that they don't want to do, is level up, have a little bit of balance, so that people don't get frustrated, people don't get sad, people don't feel that their body is horrible because they only see beautiful people on the website. Ethnic cleansing posts are not like all there. Like, their algorithm only are interested in the content that people talk about. The more people will talk about a content, good or bad, they will show it more. And this is destroying the world right now. And is it the platform responsibility? Yes and no. To me, the people who are evil are us. We are the one not able to, what up, Joel? We are the one not able to control ourselves and not go into rage because we see something we don't like. And look, cancel culture is this. Cancel culture is a bunch of people, they don't like what you said, and they just want you to not exist instead of letting you be and move on with their life. Now, they need you to be removed. And this is very dangerous to society, because nobody is given the possibility to evolve, to learn, to make mistakes. Whenever you say something wrong, or you make a mistake, or you make the joke that whatever group doesn't like, they want you out. And the platforms are not taking their responsibilities, because they let this way of being, and sometimes the people that work in those platforms are the architects of those things. They will side with whatever political idea they have, right? And the worst part is that those websites, because of the mistakes of Europe of to not invest in Web 0.20, and the mistakes of Africa, the fact of Africa lacked all the infrastructure at that time. So all these companies are Americans. Facebook Group, Google, Apple, all these places, like, they're all Americans. All social media is American, except in China. So those people, even if Facebook has, I think 90% of the people who use Facebook are outside of America, still Facebook is designed, programmed, everything in the US. Meaning that right now in Ethiopia, there's an ethnic conflict. And the posts that are posted on Facebook to rally everybody that is from one side or the other side to go kill each other are not censored by Facebook, because Facebook doesn't have all the tools, and they don't want to put the money to start creating all these AIs that protect the Americans to protect the rest of the world. So the Africans, they don't care. They don't bring enough money. They care about their markets. So at a point, if you are the platform, when is your responsibility? It's a question. I don't have the answer. But the question here is, where is your responsibility in all that? When is it, like, is it your, like, is freedom of speech? Everybody can say whatever they say. We're just here to convey the message. But the problem is the way the design of Facebook is not that this content and this content are together in the platform. And if I post this at 10 a.m. and I post this at 10:10 a.m., you will see this, and then you will see this. The way the platform is designed is that if this one has 1,000 comments, even if they're horrible comments, and this one has one comment, then this will be shown more. And that's how the algorithm works. And they already know that if they stopped showing you stuff algorithmically, it would be safer for people, but it would generate less money. Because I remember Facebook before that, before the AI. I remember Instagram before the AI. I remember Twitter before the AI. All these platforms, when you would post something at 10 a.m., the people that were online at 10 a.m., they would see the content because they were online. And the people that only wake up at 5 p.m., they miss these content. And if you would post a comment at 5 p.m. on the project, maybe those people will see it because of the people they follow. But we had way more engagement on our posts, and we didn't need to put crazy stuff or people falling or whatever Shock value was not the most important to exist. You could exist just because people like your content. And so you would follow people, and whoever you would follow, you would see their content when you would get online. Now the AIs just show you content. So if you're on YouTube and you are subscribed to my channel, you might not even see my content because the algorithms will show you what they want to show you. Same thing on Instagram, same thing on Twitter. They will show you content that they feel that you're going to click on. So if you are a far right supporter or a far left supporter, or you believe that the earth is flat, the AI will show you only the things that you will react to. So either somebody saying that the people who believe that the earth is flat are stupid, and you will go there and insult that person, and creating more drama and more stress in your life. And or showing you only people that tell you the things that you already know about, creating an echo chamber, or the things that you believe. So more people that telling you the earth is flat, or don't take the vaccine, whatever. So you will never see stuff that contradicts what you think, for just the simple reason that it's there. It's an optimization to make more money. And I believe the blame is on both sides. The society, like people need to stop being, and people also need to stop blaming social media for their flaws. If you guys are bad people, you are bad people. A lot of people, they just go online and they insult other people. That's how they are. That's what they want to do. It's like, it's not the platform. Like the platform made me become like this. Yeah, maybe the platform has their share, but if you're an ugly individual, you're an ugly individual. It's not a question of platform. The platform might show what's deep inside you, and maybe you should also ask yourself, is it time for me to work on myself and stop being that horrible person? And it's something that I've been doing for the last few years. I've been telling you, I've been cleaning up my social media, posting less, posting maybe more meaningful, having less views, less likes, less etc. But I have quality content and quality comments and healthier social media. Which brings us to Facebook entering the Metaverse. So the Metaverse is supposed to be the third coming of the internet, where instead of the internet being some place where the black hole of Calcutta, instead of the internet being a place where you go on your keyboard and you have your screen and the internet is there, or it's on your phone or on your watch, the Metaverse is going to be different. It's going to be an interface to the net that is different, a mix between the AR, which is augmented reality, meaning that, for example, imagine that you have your glasses here and you see those things, and it tells you details like maybe the name of the people that are in front of you or whatever. Like, this is AR, the world with augmented stuff. Let's say directions to go somewhere, that you will see it, etc., etc. Or VR, which is virtual reality. You put the goggles and now you are immersed in a world, and the more the computers will become powerful, the more it will be realist. And The thing here is, can we trust? So Facebook changed their name to Meta, right? Because they changed, what up, Lionheart? They changed their name to Meta to be part of the metaverse. And listen, they're gonna have billions of people following them and making them a ton of money. And I think I said that Mark Zuckerberg was the ruler of the world a few hundred episodes ago. But the fact that all these companies want to be part of the metaverse of NFTs, I don't blame them. That's their business. That's the business model. And everybody wants to be there early because there's going to be trillions of dollars to be made from the... Listen, imagine if you are inside of the metaverse and you want to dress and you have to buy a whole new wardrobe for the metaverse and dress with whatever you want to dress, or maybe you have your wings, or maybe you want to be a cat. Like, you have to buy your avatars and etc. Imagine if all this is bought by crypto, right? And that people can buy, exchange, create, have art galleries, etc. All of this inside of the metaverse. Imagine if you have your own universe inside of all the different universes that will be the metaverse, right? Who wouldn't want to be part of this? There's so much money to be made. Of course, Facebook is want to be part of it. Of course, Facebook lost one battle, which was the battle of mobile. They have, even if they are ruling in terms of apps, apps have to run in somebody else's OS. So they have to run with the limitation of Apple, of Android, etc., etc. Imagine if they create the next interface where the content is theirs, inside of there, and the amount of money that is to be made is interesting all these people. But listen, can we trust all these companies? And there's a difference between the internet 1.0 and then the internet 2.0, and then the now next frontier, which is the internet, the web 3.0, which is the metaverse, where everything is going to be less typing and more like being in another world, I guess. Internet was built on protocols that were built by the army and in Switzerland and etc. But they belong to nobody. When you type an address, http://www.kaysha.com, all these technologies that are the IP, the TCP IP, the DNS, all these technologies that form the internet, they belong to nobody. Email doesn't belong to nobody. Meaning that anybody of us can set a website and it's being able to be seen by virtually almost anybody in the world except those who are like in China, depending on the site. If I want to send you an email, I just type your email address, you will receive that email. Because the underlying protocols that generate the internet are completely decentralized and they almost belong to nobody, even if Amazon and Google have a lot of like, and Facebook, like they have a lot of. But the beginning of the internet, everything didn't belong to nobody. And Web 2.0 is already different, because then video now belongs to YouTube. Like most of us, when we want to watch video, we go to YouTube. Social belongs to Twitter, belongs to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, or Apple Messenger. And it's not like a SMS. An SMS doesn't belong to nobody. I can send an SMS to anybody that has their number. I can send it, but I cannot send an iMessage to somebody who has a Samsung phone, and I cannot send a message on WhatsApp of somebody if I don't have WhatsApp myself. So if I hate Facebook, for example, and I don't want to be part of Facebook for whatever my reason, I cannot go to Instagram, I cannot use WhatsApp, I cannot use Facebook, and I cannot use their VR solution. And this is the problem now, is that Web 3.0, which is supposed to be the decentralized web, completely decentralized, using the blockchain and technology, etc. I'm not going to go in details. You have all these companies like Facebook and the rest. They're coming, the rest of them. Don't worry. They will create their silos of the Facebook metaverse, this metaverse, that place, and that place. And my question here is not, I asked it, can we trust Facebook? But actually, can we trust humans? If we see how social media of Web 2.0 made humans even crazier than they were before, and made a lot of, just the fabric of society became just worse because of all these people who can talk. How is it going to be inside of Facebook's metaverse, where it's even worse, where there's going to be ads everywhere, and are they going to use AI the way they're using AI? So we're going to connect our brains to those virtual universes where there's going to be AIs that are going to propose us ads everywhere, and they're going to show us or have us listen to the voice of the people that they think are the ones that will make us buy stuff with our cryptos, etc. When we see what they do now already, when we see that these people, I don't think they're evil. I believe they just have a grand vision of the freedom of the world, and they are just not, they're very smart, but they're not humanly smart enough to realize the harm that they're doing by just going like this in their vision. Listen, I remember when Twitter started, 2007, I was there. And all they were talking about is, we can all talk, we can blah, 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 yeah. You know, everybody's free to talk. Then the Nazis arrive and say, oh, everybody's free to talk? we can talk too? Everybody's free to talk. And then they start talking. And everybody, oh, no, you cannot say that. Oh, I thought everybody could talk. Because those people design systems with just a vision. And they don't realize that humans are evil. Humans will be greedy, will be jealous, will be angry. And they don't design their systems thinking about all that. They don't design their system thinking that if you put 2 million people in the same place, 2 billion people in the same place, some people can become bullies, some people can, some kids can see other people like and feel that they're not worthy just because of seeing other people. Everything that is shown to them, there's people who don't look like them, and they believe like, yeah, if my body doesn't look like those people who are completely redone or face tuned, I'm not worthy. And the algorithms, they don't have that empathy. And the people who program the algorithm, they program them for efficiency, to generate money and to have people stay in the platform as long as possible. And it creates all that. So listen, where we are going, I don't know, because when I see what is happening right now, and when I see that everybody wants to blame Facebook for the way they are, and listen, they are to blame for a lot of the shit, but what about us? Like, what about the way we react? You know, I'm gonna have to check that in Miami. I'm joking. Or not. Yep, it was. Internet was created for the military, government, and the communication, and then, but the underlying technology is used now by everybody. We are now in a place where you have, look, if Facebook dies, right? Look, Facebook went out for 6 hours. A lot of people, they realize, oh my God, we rely too much on these people. If Amazon AWS goes down for 10 hours, a bunch of websites will go down as well. A bunch of stores will not be powered anymore. Like, so the lack of decentralization is creating all that. And this is what I mean here. Is Web 3.0, you're gonna have a fight between those who come with their, yeah, you know, their grandiose idea of the world, and don't realize how the world is really. And they will come and say, oh, you see, everything's going to be free, and it's going to be the blockchain, and and everything will be open, and we have cryptos, and everything was going to be decentralized, etc. Until scammers will show you what they do when everything is free, when there's no rules, and etc., etc. And people will be like, oh my God, save us. And people will be, save you? No, you want it to be free. Good luck. And then gonna have on the other side, Apple will create a walled garden metaverse that you can only have if you have Apple products, and etc., etc. And maybe you will be safer there. And then you will have the Facebook one, the Google one, the this, the that, and it's very interesting. But you know, yeah, I mean, Facebook and the rest of the people on Facebook and Facebook itself. But me, I like to remind people of their responsibilities, because the platforms, even if they let you be an asshole, you still are the asshole yourself with the way you conduct yourself. You see what I mean? And people love to just blame other people. I think it's going to be a big mess at first, considering the way some people behave online. Yep, exactly what I'm saying. So, in conclusion, I'm going to tell you a story that I've maybe told before. You know, I have I have a label called Sushi Raw. I have two labels actually, but when I made Sushi Raw, I called it Sushi Raw Family for a reason. I had grandiose ideas of music. Me and all the singers and the beat makers and all the artists, the photographs, we are a big family. And yeah, I'm gonna do a label where everybody's gonna help each other, everybody's gonna sing on each other's album, and we all gonna be like a big family, and we're gonna all win together. And whoever is on the top will sing on the person who's just coming. Like, this was my ideas of grandeur. And okay, I did my third album. Sorry, that was the first album as an independent. It's a Love comes out. Everybody, oh my God, great album. Everybody buys it. Then I did one of my artist album, explosion. Money comes in. Everybody Everybody want to sign to my album. And then I bring another artist, and on his album, I go sing. My artist that is number one, go sing. I bring other artists, plus artists that I'm going to produce in the future, plus people that are famous, and I start creating this universe where, just like the American labels, like when you have an artist that is coming up, you take all the big artists from your label, and they, and then when these people become big, you go all do things together. Plus, you go all on tour together. Plus, we take all the small artists that we're gonna make big tomorrow, and we all go help them. That was my idea. Then I signed a group, and we go on tour. And one of my artists, a lady that was super famous, one day declares that those two guys stole her phone. Oh shit. And now it becomes drama, and I have no idea who's saying what. So I go sit down with everybody, sit down with the guys. Hey, no, it's not true. Are you sure? Listen, no, nobody knows. She says that they stole her phone. I don't know. And then when I'm in the studio with one of my artists, one girl I was working with, when I bring other artists, now she feels that she's a superstar, and that she doesn't want other people to be in the studio while she's recording. When in the first album, she had no problem with that. But now, there's some things that she doesn't accept anymore. And I'm like, what happened? And there goes my visions of grandeur. There goes my utopia of, I'm gonna make a label, and I'm gonna expect everybody to behave like I would behave, because I'm respectful, I'm well educated, I'm that type of person. My respect is here for me, and my interests are under respect. And there I go. I have one of my groups. They're in a club, they're in the VIP. They decided that the toilets was too far, so they pee in the corner of the VIP. Security camera show them. Scandal. I have this girl, she's creating drama everywhere. Every time she goes somewhere, she insults somebody, because even if she's a great singer, she's still very ghetto. I have this other one. She used to be so nice, and now that she blows up, she changed. And then I realized something about my beautiful visions of grandeur. Humans cannot be trusted. And listen, in 2012, sorry, when I decided that the only artist on my label would be me, and I was done with careers of other artists, a lot of people thought and celebrated the fact that I was capitulating for them. In their head, they thought I was capitulating. When I saw the future coming, and I was just, no, it's not worth it. Because at that time, all this drama was worth it. It was generating hundreds of thousands of euros. On streaming, where you need to make millions to make money, I realized that those people were impossible to work with. So I just decided to work with the only person I can trust, which is me. And just to tell you that we can be excited about new platforms, and people will do everything when they have a brand new platform. Like you take Clubhouse, for example. In the beginning, when money is not the issue, when you are funded by VC and nobody's asking you how you're going to make money, you can have all these ideas of, oh, yeah, it's going to be grand, it's going to be like that, we're going to do this, and it's only on invitation and blah, 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 blah. Just like the NFT space. 3 years ago, it was just a few people that were just trying to just be artists, etc., and collectors, and a lot of people are millionaires now. A lot of these people are millionaires now. And when there's a lot of money, what does it attract? Scammers. A bunch of scammers and a bunch of artists that don't necessarily have what it takes to make it. They're all here in the space, and they are just creating noise and more noise. So it's harder for somebody who actually has a real something special to exist now in the metaverse, because now it's a bunch of people who are just putting art everywhere. And it reminds me of when Instagram arrived. A bunch of people who used to make money by selling their photos to National Geographic, now they are competing with people with phones who can take the same beautiful photos as you with filters. And you may say, oh, mine is X that resolution, my camera is this, cost that much. People on Instagram don't care. They look, they double tap, they swipe up. And so in a world that is changing, I believe that we have to check the platforms, because the platforms, we give them more and more and more. But we really also have to check ourselves and the people around us and the way we consume and use social media. And trust me, 99% of the people, they misuse those platforms. And they are the ones who make these platforms the cesspool that they are. And then everybody want to blame the platforms. And yeah, listen, they have their share of the blame. But listen, if it was not the platforms, it would be people in general. That's how they are. And maybe it's time for people to ask themselves, why do I need to go insult other people because I disagree with them? Oh, I like an iPhone. Stupid idiot, Samsung is... So why you care about my phone? Why you care? Why you want to, like, you know, people love to be in tribes, and they will always find ways to go at each other's throat. And as we are entering Web 3.0, we'll see. We'll see what happens, and we'll see. Listen, in up to now, and I will conclude with that. Up to now, when you want to log off, right? You just take your phone and turn it off, or take the app that you are and leave it, or just say, oh, I'm done, and you're out. In a world where reality is about to be augmented, first it's going to be glasses, right? At a point, it's going to be glasses like those ones, right? And I will have all the information that I need here right? But there's going to be a point, it's going to be the Neuralink. And it's gonna be in your eyes directly. It's gonna be in your brain directly. When we're gonna be connected, and like some people, listen, if you are somebody that cannot walk, or you did an accident and you are completely paralyzed, and I'm telling you that, listen, we can put you inside of this mask and stuff, whatever, and this is connected to your brain and to your sensorial whatever, and inside of the metaverse, you can walk, you can jump, you can fly, you can be a fox, you can be a guy, you can be a girl, you can even have a pussy dick if you want, whatever. Do you think that person will prefer living in their body or inside of the metaverse? Just like in Avatar, that person, imagine they cannot even talk in reality. These people might say, listen, just leave me there. Just put some fluids in my body so that my body continues to function. But listen, if one day we can go Ghost in the Shell and you can just take my brain and put it in a box so that I can live in virtual forever, some people will prefer that. That's where we are going. And when we are there, are we going to be able to escape companies like Facebook or whatever company that will appear from that? Whatever champion that will arrive from there, when virtual reality is indistinguishable, whatever. When you cannot make the difference between the virtual and the real, like some people will listen. I'm telling you, those who are young, I'm 47. I've seen a few revolutions happen. I remember when phones were small, like smaller than this. Look, this is my phone now. This is my phone yesterday. I remember when Nokia phones were super small, and when there was no internet on there, you could just send SMSs and it was black and white. And I remember when there was the first phone, it was a Samsung phone that could take pictures in color, maybe 240 by 300, like very low quality. In the beginning, it was amazing. We had a camera in our pockets. You have no idea what it is because you were born with cameras in your pocket. My daughter, she's 4 years old. She has an iPad that is more powerful than computers that were the size of a house back then. My daughter have no idea. Like, she was like, there was something on my screen today, and she was like this. She was trying to touch the screen because she doesn't understand that my screen cannot be touched. So her brain will not function like my brain because she's born already in a reality that is augmented. She knows that when she wants to watch something, listen, we used to wait for Wednesdays to see Oliver Tom, Captain Tsubasa, Goldorak, Cobra, like all these manga. We used to have to wait on Sundays to watch them. So we had a week between episodes. You guys today, there's a series that comes, you watch everything in one day, and then you're like, more. There's no more? This platform is shit. You are so spoiled today. But listen, whenever the phone with cameras appeared and the MMS appeared, which was the Zodiacs. Some people know what I'm talking about. Saint Seiya. Listen, The moment that photos was possible to be taken on phone and MMS, which was the SMS with multimedia SMS, once you could send a photo by message, people start sending dick pics and pussy pics. And there was a new disease. Because back in the days, you had to take the picture and have to go to the store to get it developed. So if you were kinky and you were doing strange photos, the people at the store, they were like, and they might do a copy of you. So a lot of people were scared to do it. But soon as it was possible to just send somebody pictures, I started receiving a bunch of pictures from people that I just met or just, that took my number in the club. That would send me pictures straight up. Whoa. Why? Because new systems always create new diseases. And yeah, new use case, new great things, whatever. Listen, I love the fact that my parents are in Congo. I have sisters in all sisters and brothers all around the world, friends all around the world. Listen, my best friend is in Paris, my other best friend is in New York, and I love the fact that I can use WhatsApp and we talk for sometimes 5 hours straight, and it costs zero. I love it. But it also creates a lot of shit. And I'm asking myself, when we arrive in the metaverse, where everything is augmented, what are going to be the diseases? I don't know. I'm just asking. What are they going to be? How is it going to be where everybody has like, listen, you're talking to somebody and in front of them, they see you, but also have a bunch of information, publicity, whatever. That's going to be crazy. So we'll see. At the same time, I'm very excited about this future world. And at the same time, so don't be evil, people. And listen, I cannot control how everybody is and how everybody reacts and how everybody behave. But all I know is that I can control myself and how I'm gonna behave and how I'm gonna protect myself from this. But yeah, I cannot decide for other people. Some people are more fragile than me. I have a very strong mind, but I know that a lot and most people are weak. They have weak minds. So this will change us. It will change us slowly into augmented humans, and we might be augmented with great things and also horrible things.